Yeah, I was watching one of Ike's W5 DP. Oh, come on now, let me see here. Yeah, KE5WDP. I was watching one of his videos, and one of the topics he got into was people that he runs into that are telling stories. And I used to, once upon a time, in my younger days, which is 50 years ago now, yeah, 50 years, I drove truck. I was in the military, I was in engineers, and I pulled a 40-foot low boy, flatbed, and nobody ever loaded anything. When I went down in the morning, and I pulled out of Abilene, Texas, to the air bases, San Angelo, Big Spring, Lubbock, bases out there in West Texas, and I would go in the morning and I'd pull equipment. Most of the time, they had 12 Atlas missile sites, which were scattered out around Abilene, probably at 40 miles out in a circle. Hey, if you went directly one-to-one, out to one, you went out 40 miles. Yeah, nobody ever loaded anything of mine. There wasn't anybody waiting when I got back or wherever I arrived to unload it. Most of what we hauled was motorized, so we'd drive it up on the flatbed and then tie it down in chains and what we called boomers. I don't know if they still call them boomers, but they are a mechanism which you can hook in the rails of the flatbed, and it's got a offset. We used to put a pipe on it for a helper, pull that thing down. Usually we'd pull it down hard enough to where it would kind of squeeze the tires and whatever on, or if it was a tracked vehicle, you know, the truck had a wooden bed, and would be marks in the bed. We'd boom that thing down. Of course, you didn't want it to come off. But anyway, that was all the things I've done in my whole life. That was the most enjoyable thing that I ever did. I love to drive that big truck. We had a 56 Mack gas. Yeah, I think we had that Mack was a good truck, but didn't have enough power it wouldn't hardly get out of its way. We had a V8 International, which was also gas. Never drove a diesel, didn't have any. Oh, well, the military didn't buy any diesels, but they were all gas. That International, you put a load on it and they'd accelerate like a car. I mean, it was a beast. Had a little tough to shift. I called it a binder because you didn't know what you were doing. It grind and grate, but got pretty good with it. Then we had a Ford, big, super duty looking sucker. I mean, this monstrous like thing. Once again, it was like the Mack. Couldn't get out of its way. But thoroughly enjoyed that. And I wanted to tell you that. Maybe I have in the past, but that's that the best job I ever had. When I got out of the military, I sincerely I just wanted to go to trucking. But I had married by that time, and my little woman wasn't hearing enough about being a trucker's wife. So I went off and did some meaningful things. I did a lot of things and finally ended up at the post office. But anyway, in Fiddle. Isn't that something? Looking right at him. Can't think of his name. In Ike's little dissertation there, he talked about people that tell stories, or for better explanation, they lie. Now, one of the things I have noticed about people that are these storytellers, you can tell they're dreaming, lying, making it up as they go. They'll get into their story, and there's 2 or 3 words that really put it off. One is, and then, because their mind is, they've gotten pretty well to the ready recall of what they wanted to say, and they're using and then as as a crutch to get them through to the next portion of their verification. And the other word is um, 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 Somebody starts talking to me and starts going, I know they're lying. There's no doubt about it. So anyway, Wick, I enjoyed your tape. That old boy that wouldn't get that hand dolly and giving people a hand, yeah, he's probably won't have a job very long. Mentality like that, he's going to keep backing away from things that he ought to be doing long enough until, the company will get tired of him, and that'll be the end of him, and then they'll put somebody else in it. But I enjoyed your story. And I love being a truck driver. I don't know if I'll put this on Facebook or not, because it was kind of just aimed at you, like, that. There's my buddy.